Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, here to share with you our latest segment, a romantic bridal centerpiece. This time, peonies, hydrangeas, roses, three of the most favorite bridal flowers, make a perfect romantic centerpiece. For my container, a large glass bowl. Love this because I can fit an entire brick of foam in and still have a lot of room for a water reservoir. I'm just anchoring it in place with waterproof tape. Making sure that it will stay solid. Then I can go back and add in water, which will keep the flowers alive for so long. Look how much water it holds. Really a wonderful reservoir. But, as you can see, not overly attractive when you look at the foam in there. So to cover, following through with that same feminine ruffly look, some beautiful rose ruffled ribbon. But it's a little bit harsh in this ivory color. I wanted to coordinate it with the flowers that I'm using, with the rosy colors, a little bit of blues and lavenders and green. So taking the wild rose, just for flowers from Design Master, actually sprayed the ribbon. It came out this beautiful, beautiful color, which then works perfect with my coral peonies. Much nicer. So I'm going to set this aside. Don't need that. Using just this that I've cut to measure, into attaching it, 2 glue dots, one on each side, directly on the fabric. I'm not even going to attach it to the glass. I'm just going to have the fabric adhere to fabric, overlapping, pulling it tight, and securing it in place. First, I'll place my peonies. I'm just going to cut them down. You don't need to be real long, but long enough to get a good 2-inch insertion down into the foam so that they'll drink well. Bringing some out to the front, letting them break the line of the container, draping down and over, and then radiating around. And I've got a variety of different colors, from that soft pink to the white to the coral charm. Oh, they're just exquisite. Placing them in, radiating from a central binding point. Put 2 of these together, one slightly lower than the other to create some depth, and then bringing a third one out to the opposite side to carry that color on across. Coming back with some of the pink. And just placing them in a radial fashion, inserted deeply down into the foam to make sure that they'll drink well. Adding in the hydrangea next gives a little bit of contrast in color and in texture with the bloom variation. Got greens, purples, pinks, all variety of colors. All flowers, though, that look very feminine, lacy, ruffly. It's easy to see why they're a favorite of brides. And now, the flower of love, the rose, soft pink. They're a little smaller, so maybe doing 2 of them at the same time so that they fill in nicely. This beautiful apricot color. Again, it's a little smaller, so doing a second one with it. Make sure that it gets seen, has enough visual value to balance off with the other blooms. And some gorgeous garden roses and a deeper coral. Bringing them in, maybe letting them drape a little bit across the front, and then a second one as well to give it value, make sure it doesn't get lost. Finishing off, maybe yet another pink rose, grouping it up towards the center with the others, but facing out towards the back so that I bring some of the color around. And then the apricot, making sure I come on both sides so that I don't have a one-sided centerpiece. I want it to look good no matter which side you're sitting. Maybe one more of the beautiful green hydrangeas tucked back here. Then with all this gorgeous color and so much texture and ruffle, just a little bit of gray in lamb's ear to give the eye a resting point. Maybe bringing some out towards the front, filling in another stem. And the soft gray just gives a subtle backdrop for the flowers without taking away from their romance and their feminine style. As you're working with brides this year, and you're always trying to coordinate things and get just the perfect color, don't forget the magic of color tinting. You can see it was perfect with this design, and it allows you to coordinate perfectly with whatever color the bride chooses. There's so many different colors to work with out there in the world. Flowers come in everything, and now so can your accessories, just with the magic of a little bit of spray. For more creative inspiration, check out our website at flowerschool.com. If you've got questions or comments, feel free to contact us through the website or by telephone at 1-800-819-8089. If you've got a question you want to ask me personally, don't hesitate to use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at floraldesigninstitute.com. Plus, use my email to send me pictures. I love to see what you create. Have fun and do something you love.